In the ancient world, Baal was not just a Canaanite storm god. He was the spiritual embodiment of rebellion against the sovereignty of Yahweh. Baal worship, with its idolatry, sexual immorality, and even child sacrifice, represented everything God called Israel to reject. Yet today, Baal has not vanished. He has been rebranded, repackaged, and repurposed. He lives on through the shadows of modern culture. In this teaching, we will explore how Baal appears in pop culture, not always by name, but through themes, symbols, and spiritual concepts. We'll dive into the ancient identity of Baal, Baal's spiritual essence, how Baal manifests in music, movies, games, fashion, and media, the danger of subconscious Baal worship, the Christian response. 1. Who was Baal? A quick review. A. Historical identity. Baal, Hebrew, meaning Lord or Master, was a title used by several ancient Near Eastern gods, but most commonly referred to Hadad, the storm and fertility god of the Canaanites. Baal was considered the bringer of rain and harvest, and also a god of war. Worship of Baal included sexual rituals, temple prostitution, and child sacrifices. Jeremiah 19 verses 5 and 1 Kings 18. B. Conflict with Yahweh. The Old Testament shows constant conflict between Yahweh worship and Baal worship. Elijah's confrontation with the prophets of Baal on Mount Carmel, 1 Kings 18, is a direct spiritual showdown. Baal worship was more than idolatry. It was a spiritual system of corruption, perversion, and rebellion. 2. The spirit of Baal, more than a myth. The name Baal may not appear in modern films or songs, but the spirit of Baal is very much alive, a demonic principality behind systems of control, immorality, and deception. According to Ephesians 6 verse 12, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers. The spirit of Baal can be identified by idolatry of self, sex, and materialism, glorification of sexual immorality, sacrifice of children, parallels in abortion culture, rebellion against divine authority, obsession with fame, power, and sensual pleasure. 3. Baal in modern pop culture. A. Movies and television. 1. Occult symbolism. Many films portray horned figures, often combining demonic imagery with power and prestige, e.g. Maleficent, The Witch, Pan's Labyrinth. The horned figure, resembling Baal or Moloch, is often shown as misunderstood or even heroic, inverting moral values. 2. Pagan themes. Shows like American Gods or Supernatural depict ancient deities, like Baal, as characters to be respected or feared, subtly promoting pagan theology. Modern fantasy films often blur the lines between good and evil. Moral relativism, a tool of Baal's deception. 3. Satanic inversion. Some music videos and shows, e.g. Lil Nas X's Montero, Sam Smith's performances, feature explicit, demonic rituals and sexually charged idolatry, aligning with Baal's worship style. B. Music industry. 1. Idolatry of artists. Fans often say, "I worship artist name." This isn't just slang. Many concerts mimic religious rituals, lights, chants, trances, emotional highs. Lyrics that glorify lust, rebellion, and pride are not just entertainment. They are modern hymns to Baal. 2. Symbolic imagery. Artists use horned headpieces, inverted crosses, or third eye symbolism, connecting with ancient Mesopotamian and Canaanite spiritual motifs. 3. Sexual liberation as worship. Just as Baal worship included orgies and sexual perversion, modern music often equates sexual freedom with empowerment, when in fact it is bondage disguised as liberty. Romans 6 verse 16. C. Fashion and identity culture. 1. Androgyny and gender fluidity. Baal worship often involved gender blurring and cross-dressing priests, similar to the priests of Ishtar or Ashura. Modern fashion pushes similar ideas: genderless clothing, hypersexual designs, and the worship of the body as God. 2. Body idolatry. Obsession with body image, surgery, and sexual attractiveness feeds into the Baalic ideology of glorifying the flesh. Galatians 5 verses 19 to 21. D. Gaming and digital media. 1. Occultic themes. Video games like Diablo, God of War, and Bayonetta feature gods, demons, and magical rituals. Players often assume the role of a god or demigod. These games condition players to normalize spiritual warfare in fantasy, without a sense of true divine authority. 2. Power and control. Baal's character as Lord is echoed in the desire for ultimate power and domination. Games, apps, and media increasingly glorify man becoming God, a Luciferian and Baal-like doctrine. 4. Modern child sacrifice, a sobering reality. Just as ancient Baal worship demanded the blood of children, today's society does so subtly through abortion culture, which sacrifices children on the altar of convenience, career, or fear. Hypersexualized media, which exposes children to adult content prematurely. Woke ideologies that confuse children's identities and separate them from godly truth. These are not political issues, they are spiritual battles. Baal wants the seed, and this war is over the next generation. Exodus 1 verse 22, Matthew 2 verse 16. 5. The Christian response. Tearing down the altars. A. Be like Elijah. Confront the spirit of Baal in your home, your entertainment, and your decisions. 1 Kings 18 verse 21. Be bold to call out deception. Truth is not hate, it's healing. B. Cleanse the temple. Just as Gideon tore down his father's altar to Baal, Judges 6 verses 25 to 27. Christians today must tear down idols in our hearts. What do you watch, where listen to, and celebrate? C. Renew your mind. Romans 12 verse 2. Be not conformed to this world. Let the Holy Spirit filter what you consume. Not all things are evil, but many are laced with Baal's influence. D. Intercede for a generation. The Elijahs of today must rise up to pray, preach, and protect the next generation. We are not just resisting Baal, we are restoring the altar of the Lord. 1 Kings 18 verse 30. Conclusion. Baal is back, but so is the fire of God. Baal may have changed his clothes, but his spirit is the same, corrupt, seductive, and defiant. Yet the God who answered by fire in Elijah's day is still answering today. The challenge of today is the same as Elijah's. If the Lord is God, follow him. But if Baal, then follow him. 1 Kings 18 verse 21. It's time for a generation to choose this day whom they will serve. It's time to expose Baal, confront his modern altars, and declare that Jesus is Lord over every culture,